We are live.
We are live. We got another one rolling.
Just give me a second. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm behind the camera right now. H is in front. This is HD Synergy. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing? You're missing out on all the goody stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot on the docket today, a lot on the docket the next day, maybe the day after, and the day after that, and after that. It's like the watch from the movie Pulp Fiction. Speaking of movies, we are right in the middle of blockbuster season.
If BlockBuster was still alive.
Well, blockbuster in the sense of really big, really pricey movies coming out all over the place. Not in the DVD rental company that went out of business.
Redbox.
Yeah, yeah, that got assassinated by streaming services.
Oh, yeah. It was not even a challenge. Not even a question, really.
They just didn't have a way to compete anymore, but I still have fond memories renting some VHSs and some DVDs way back when.
Shoot, I remember renting games from Redbox. I was like, well, I can't, forever have this game, which I understand, but it's not going to make the game any less
Mhm.
special.
Of course, it's rentership, not ownership. Some studios in the video game industry like to skirt the line between whether or not you own what you buy.
Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo, Ubisoft especially, their CEO once said gamers need to get more comfortable with not owning what they buy. Well, I have to say to Ubisoft CEO, you need to get more comfortable with me not buying what you
No, for real. I was like, they did. Have you heard the new agreement that Nintendo put out?
Yeah, yeah.
That you can buy the game, but you do not have ownership, and if they don't like what you're doing to their, they could just take it back and delete your account.
Yeah, they'll get really snappy over any emulators or any mods. They're suing Power World right now, which really annoys me.
They came to an agreement with that, with the gliding function.
Ah,
Yeah.
hmm.
So that does suck too. Gosh.
Yeah, Nintendo, despite being a family-friendly company and despite having a 98% employee retainmentship, which means it's a really good place to work at, they haven't exactly been the most consumer-friendly developer.
No.
When it comes to consumer-friendly, I look more to companies like Valve or Bethesda. Like Bethesda with Fallout 4 had an entire system where you can basically enable the modding community for that. They once tried to turn a profit off of mods that other people made, which was that didn't bode well. It's trying to profit off of other people's work, but besides that, they've been doing much better since. Like with the release of the Elder Scrolls 4's remaster, that went terrifically. Like it came out the day it was officially announced. Like the leaks were already there, but to release it the day of your announcement, that is
top tier. I won't lie.
yeah. Somebody give the marketing department a raise for that for sure. But with Blockbuster in full swing, all of these movies dropping left and right in the theaters on the big screen, but discussion of renting videos takes me back to my childhood. When I was a toddler, I was on a Thomas the Tank Engine binge, you could say.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first obsession, really. Thomas the Tank Engine.
Okay.
Like some kids, when they play with their toys, like to just cause as much chaos as possible. I took a different approach. When I had my own miniatures for Thomas the Tank Engine, I'd try and recreate the episode as it happened. That was my way of playing.
Uh, I don't know if I caused so much chaos with my toys. I probably did. My mom would probably say I did, but it wasn't on purpose. I just had a very big imagination.
Yeah, it was the same path I took to whenever I got my hands on a Lego set. Like I'd try and make the sort of narrative that was being depicted on the image on the box set that it came in. One of my earliest was this Lego Star Wars set between the Rebels and the Imperials. They'd have these two high-tech vehicles, and they'd be shooting at each other. I try and recreated the Battle of Hoth from Episode 5, so that was pretty fun. Then it got to the point where I started creating narratives of my own, and that furthered my own development into my current ambition, becoming a storyteller.
Oh yes. How is your story coming along?
I've been liking what I have so far. I'm currently entering a pretty significant phase of this plot. Like I said, I'm over 70 pages into this current one, but my ideas are becoming much more fleshed out.
That's good. Let me put this camera down. Sorry guys, I'm doing a lot of adjustment. I am back here just trying to make sure. Focus. Camera. Focus. Okay. Focus good, camera. Maybe. Maybe not. Let me put my hand in front. And we're somewhat pixelated. I don't know how to fix that. So I'll try to autofocus later on. So I'm going to adjust the camera one more time. Hopefully we get that fixed at some point. I can't make it not autofocus. Maybe if I take off the stupid light that it has going on, which I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it's whatever. I'll try to fix it. We got some things. There we go. We got focused. Yay! All right. The thumbnail should be in. H, take a look at the YouTube of the thumbnail.
Yeah, I can do that.
Let me know what you think about that. I'm sorry it's a bit rushed.
There's no worries. We're making sure it all works correctly.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
next
I like
time you're
that
doing
thumbnail.
descriptions.
Yeah, you got it.
I was like, I'm tired of doing descriptions and thumbnails now.
Leave it to me.
All right.
Leave it to me. I can cover.
Now I gotta do one more thing and share this. That way I'm live with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. Just drop that here. Uh-oh.
Whoopsie
That
daisy.
didn't sound good.
Yeah, that requires some fixing.
Sorry guys, just kind of just quick response to the back here.
Just keeping it not only quick but also efficient. It's no worries. We have what we require as we require it.
Thank you.
Back on that.
I was thinking that if I could have like another minute back here, I could probably get the Oculus connected so we can also do Beat Saber if we ever get a time with that. So we can see us have fun and everything.
Yeah, that'd be a blast.
You know, it's just trying to get everything done. And I do apologize. We were late to this live stream due to me. Had a lot of stuff going on at the same time, so
We had a bit of a misadventure, but it's okay.
we're here now, and that's what's important.
That is what counts.
All right. Think I'm done? I say that and I'm going to remember something and it's going to be frustrating.
That is how that goes. But yeah, July's the middle of BlockBuster season, where the biggest movies from the biggest studios all play at the most convenient of times. There is no time more convenient for a good movie at the theater than summertime. So the latest big release was yesterday. the very first installment of a brand new cinematic universe, Superman by James Gunn. I've had mixed feelings on this movie coming out, but it's been getting a lot of praise, which is nice. I love Superman. He's one of my favorite heroes, but I don't know. I'm still a bit upset over the way that they ended things with the last Superman actor, Henry Cavill.
What happened there?
They just kind of showed him the door. They kicked him out. They said, "We don't want you. We're starting over."
Is this the super? Are you talking about like the new Superman that's like, you want to test my strength as he bends the sword, or is that the older Superman?
Yeah, that's the older Superman you're thinking of. Yeah, I'm talking about the star from 2013's Man of Steel.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Henry Cavill. That was Superman. He was also the featured actor in Batman vs. Superman, The Dawn of Justice, which is a huge guilty pleasure movie of mine. I don't understand why people hate that movie so much. I don't. But I'm not going to judge people who do hate it. What I hate was the theatrical cut of the movie Justice League in 2017. That was undefendable. Thank goodness we got a director's cut, but nothing's really going to come from that director's cut because it ended on a cliffhanger and Warner Brothers decided, nah, we're not doing this anymore. Yeah, a lot of people are bitter over this, but some of them act bitter in the wrong way.
You can say that again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, stream. I'm doing so much back here. I promise I'm not just sitting here hiding away. But H is here to keep you guys entertained, and I'm also here to chat with you guys.
You've been multitasking. Some of the impressions from this movie that I haven't seen, this new one that's simply titled Superman, aesthetically, it looks just like a comic book brought to life. They use a lot of saturated colors. Superman's suit is the right shade of blue and red, although there is a big pet peeve I have with this suit, and that's the shield that he's wearing on his chest. Superman's well known for having an S and a diamond over his chest. I don't like this one. Here's why. It draws from a comic book back in 1993 called Kingdom Come by Mark Waid and illustrated by Alex Ross. Before I go too deep into that, I just wanted to say Alex Ross is probably my absolute favorite comic book illustrator of all time. Stuff that he puts out should be in a museum. It is that good. He draws people so well, but besides that, it draws from this comic book where Superman is much more older. He comes out of retirement and reforms the Justice League to try and, I guess, make the world a better place because he doesn't like the way that it is at the time that he comes out of retirement. Without going too much into its plot, I'm here to talk about its costume. So it's a little identical to what David Corensvet, this new Superman actor, is wearing. It's got a bright blue on his top. He's got a lengthy red cape. He's got these red trunks on his midsection. But a couple of things they missed from the accuracy is the shield. Now, it's the exact same style, but here's the problem. The shield is supposed to be red on black. In the movie, it is red on gold. I know that it seems like I'm nitpicking. Yeah, that's because I am, but this is really important to me. Also, because a much better version of this suit was worn by Brandon Routh in the television event Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Okay.
Yeah. Those of you who may remember something about DC and cinematic universes may also remember that there was one on television featuring a whole collage of television shows. Leading the way was Arrow. That came out in 2012. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Arrow. They had a lot of good plots going around, but they totally mischaracterized the character of Oliver Queen. He acted more like Batman instead of Green Arrow, but that's not something I can help. But, yeah, besides that, there was a television show called The Flash, which started off terrifically, then fell off hard. catastrophically hard. But the ultimate culmination of all of these shows, Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Batwoman, Superman and Lois, that was Crisis on Infinite Earths, a gigantic multiversal event that drew inspiration from one of the biggest comic book series ever created by the same name, Crisis on Infinite Earths, 1986. It was pretty important because the author Marv Wolfman wanted to try and correct a lot of continuity errors that DC had had throughout its entire history. You had some continuities that were brought over from other continuities, a lot of confusion that he wanted to completely erase. One of these errors he decided to rectify by killing off Supergirl. That way Superman could be the last son of Krypton. He wanted to make that title make more sense to new readers. So by doing so, he thought the best solution was to kill off Supergirl. And it made sense. Here's the problem. People like Supergirl and weren't happy about this.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, Supergirl is pretty nice to have for reasons.
Yeah, but besides that, he also killed off Barry Allen, the Flash. And this wasn't a choice that he made. It was something that DC itself was encouraging him to do. And that's because they really wanted to boost up the sales. They really wanted to higher the stakes. So they kill off Barry Allen, and get this, he stayed dead for 23 years. He stayed dead for 23 years. Comics are notorious for killing off characters and then bringing them back. But this one stuck. It was almost permanent until it wasn't.
My thing is, with that, Flash can outrun death. So it's kind of hard to believe that someone can actually kill him.
He was outrunning death. See, what happened in this comic event was Barry's body disintegrated as he was trying to stop the Anti-Monitor. But then he turned into a lightning bolt that struck him in the past and gave him his powers. He turned into a time loop. That was the original. That was the original idea. But eventually, in another event in 2009's or was it 2006? Something in the mid 2000s. Final Crisis. There was this big event where Darkseid he was up to no good, and the Justice League had to stop him. It was revealed that Barry Allen had been running for his life for the entire time he was dead. He was running away from this entity called the Black Racer, which kills speedsters off. It's complicated, but the thing was, he was outrunning that thing. And in the time in between, his sidekick, Kid Flash, Wally West, had turned into the Flash. And for a lot, he was the Flash of their childhood. A lot of people like to debate over who was a better Flash between Barry and Wally. Personally, I prefer Wally, even though Barry's a little more mainstream ever since he came back from the dead.
Thanks.
But yeah, I'm veering a little off course here, but...
No, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah, but the other reason for my skepticism, and this is a far stronger reason than the suit inaccuracies with Superman, my reason for skepticism with this brand new Superman movie, this brand new cinematic universe, is that even cross over with Robert Pattinson's Batman. And I dislike that, because what was the point of introducing this new Batman, this new Gotham, if they're not going to be put to any use in any projects going forward?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, you expect me to believe... Are they just going to get a new Batman and act like this other one has no relevance whatsoever? How's that supposed to make Pattinson feel? He's a decorated actor. Some of the biggest movies of the century have featured him. He was in Twilight, for Pete's sake. That's a bad example to draw from, but my point stands. Pattinson's a terrific actor, and he deserves to have his time as the Caped Crusader validated. So have his Batman and Cornsfed's Superman meet. It shouldn't be that hard.
It shouldn't, but it's a competition at this point. Who can make the better movie?
Yeah, the competition initially was between Zack Snyder and James Gunn. And Gunn, during his time at DC, had only made one movie under their banner before they decided to make him the head of the entirety of DC, not just their movies, also the entirety of DC. Their comic books, their movies, their video games, their books, their cartoons, all of it. It all goes through him. Just because the Suicide Squad back in 2021 left such an like, I'm to say that Snyder's time at the helm was perfect, far from it, but like he was due for a bit more respect than that.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Okay.
Yeah, besides, there are a lot more people at all of. Oh yeah, by the way, this was Brandon Ruth, Infinite Earths. This is what Superman's supposed to look like in Kingdom Come. Much better.
Favor there, H.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just a small favor so we don't lose arms and limbs. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, and then I'm going to create a boundary for us. If you guys are able to see my side of things, I am just creating a boundary.
Let me take a peek.
At floor height. Okay. Confirm. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to look at everything.
Just assessing what we got, Yeah.
Let me know how it's coming on your end. I did cancel the audio, guys, for obvious reasons. I am not getting copyrighted again. And then we have all types of these options. I will let H go first. I'll let him pick all the songs I do have, which are the only ones that don't say download. Obviously, the download icons. So, H, while you're doing this, how do I readjust the head strap?
Good idea. Good question.
Now guys, let us know how everything's coming along. This is the first time that we're doing like two things at once, so it might be a bit weird, and it might be a bit buggy. I can see from the monitor that it's a tad buggy, but nothing too crazy.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. The subject of blockbusters, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, blockbuster movie of all time, celebrated its 50th anniversary. Steven Spielberg's Jaws.
Jaws. Of course, Jaws.
Have you ever seen Jaws?
Seen like an actual Jaws, or see the movie Jaws?
The movie Jaws. Have you seen Jaws?
Yeah, I've seen Jaws.
Yeah, I like Jaws.
Jaws. First one, third one. I think there was supposed to be like a fourth one.
There was a fourth one. It was called Jaws the Revenge. Everybody hates that movie.
Yeah,
there's a point in that movie where the shark is roaring. Repeat, the shark is roaring.
Can sharks even roar?
No, they can't.
Are you sure?
Sharks don't have voices. They can't roar.
I'm gonna search it up. See if sharks can roar.
Sharks cannot roar.
Can
they can't do that.
Sharks.
They can't do that.
Roar.
A shark will never roar. But this shark did.
Is it an actual shark, or is it like a shark manifestation, like how we brought dinos back in Jurassic World?
I don't know.
Too many questions, not enough answers.
Too many questions, not enough answers.
No, sharks cannot roar. Roaring is a sound produced by land animals with vocal cords, and sharks lack the necessary vocal structures. While sharks are not completely silenced, they do produce sound through vocalizations like mammals.
See, told you.
But they do produce sound.
So. Jaws 1 clears all of the other three movies out of the water. Pun intended. Here's the reason why. This movie was #1 at the box office for 14 consecutive weeks.
Jesus.
14 consecutive weeks. In today's money, it would be the highest grossing movie ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, by a substantial margin.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm sure even Spielberg was shocked by how successful Jaws was as a movie.
In all honesty, who wouldn't be? You made a movie about a shark eating people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he made the movie, but he actually went through a hell of a time getting it made. Like
Really?
a lot of the tropical conditions disagreed with their sets.
Oh no.
Also, the animatronic sharks they loved to malfunction. Spielberg got so annoyed, he named the shark Bruce after his toxic lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he named the shark Bruce. That's why the shark in Finding Nemo is named Bruce. It's just because of Spielberg naming
Bro, is
his
really
own
that
shark.
many that he
Yeah,
put? Oh my gosh! I
Yeah.
did not see that one.
that's the legacy of his lawyer. He's a shark. He's a flesh-eating creature of the abyss.
That's good. That's all I care about when I hear Bruce now. Like, oh, that's good. The money, that money that I was supposed to help you with. Nah, I'm a bad lawyer.
Yeah, but Jaws has been a staple of the entire movie industry. It fits about 3 or 5 different genres, but the one that everybody's going to associate Jaws with most is a blockbuster, because
I can see that.
events like movie events that can leave that sort of a footprint, that's once in a generation, sometimes twice in a generation. I was lucky enough to go through Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 and Avengers Endgame before I was out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were really substantial. It's the sort of movie where every theater, every single screen in every theater is playing it.
Yeah. I was like, I wasn't really much into Harry Potter, but hey, I'll sit there and watch it with you guys. You know, I was like, there's a lot of movies that y'all guys went to that I was like, I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No idea what's going on. But and my friends wanted to watch it. Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, with Harry Potter, it's for the best to go in chronological order. When I was a kid, I didn't know which order was which, but
There's an actual order.
there is an order of events. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So Harry Potter starts off with book number 1. That's called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Although in America, it got localized and changed into Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I dislike that. I prefer Philosopher's Stone.
No, I like the Sorcerer's Stone.
Do you
because-
prefer the Sorcerer's
Yeah,
Stone?
because the Philosopher's Stone, isn't that the stone that requires like thousands and thousands of souls to create?
No, that's only in Alchemist. But the Philosopher's Stone was created by a guy named Nicholas Flamel, who historians speculate on whether or not he successfully turned himself immortal. The stone itself is about as sacred as the Fountain of Holy Grail.
Yeah.
It's based off of some real world history and historical record. It is called the Philosopher's Stone. That's why I prefer the title.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can see that now.
The Philosopher's Stone was actually the basis for the plot of a horror summer blockbuster called As Above, So Below. It came out in 2014, takes place in Paris. Pretty fun watch, but it's not for everybody. A year or two off topic. The second book was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Like the first book, this is also a mystery revolving around strange happenings at Hogwarts. It's the longest movie in the franchise, 2 hours and 46 minutes, but it is a very satisfying watch.
3 hours?
Nearly 3 hours. Harry Potter is very meticulous with its storytelling.
Yeah.
After that's Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is the first movie where they get a new director, and already you can see the improvements. Yeah, I'm taking pot shots at Chris Columbus. Look at me. But this is the only book in the series and the only movie in the series where the main plot against Harry and the gang isn't engineered by Voldemort for whatever reason. He just decided to take this year off for whatever reason. But Goblet of Fire is probably my favorite book and movie in the entire franchise, mostly because that's where you get the biggest tonal shift. All of that whimsical, childlike innocence is suddenly replaced with
Insane teens.
no, it's more of a grim dread that radiates off of Voldemort's evil.
Okay.
And in Goblet of Fire, without saying too much, the heroes don't win. But Order of Phoenix, despite being one of my least favorite books to read, because that thing is really, really massive, has one of the better adapted movies. The movie for Order of the Phoenix is astonishing. I don't give it nearly enough credit. I'm giving it credit right now because I don't give it enough credit.
Otherwise, I would give it no credit.
The first one I saw in theaters, however, was number 6, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This one is more of an unorthodox bit of mystery. Like, Dumbledore is sending Harry on this fetch quest, although Dumbledore already knows what's being fetched. He could give Harry the answers, but he decides to let Harry figure it out for himself.
Why would you give a person the answer? That would be too easy.
In retrospective, if it wasn't for the third act, I'd probably like Half-Blood Prince less than any of them. My actual least favorite is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 because most of it's just set up for the actual payoff. That's literally the only reason to it. But I still like that movie regardless. But Deathly Hallows Part 2 was where it...
Chef's kiss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can taste every bit of the goodness from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. This was the only one where I got to read the book before watching the movie.
Okay, so you got to
compare. I got to compare and contrast how they adapted what they adapted. There were some changes they liked that I liked about this. Other changes I was more skeptical on, but their best change was a deleted scene. They didn't keep in. I can talk about this more eventually if you get Potter, or if we get a guest that's more in the know Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'll say, shoot, I got the screen share up. We could all sit down, watch my reactions to Harry Potter. Y'all can explain.
Yeah, that'd be a good time.
But we would also have to mute Harry Potter and pause it and then just keep watching.
We'd have to keep it on a low enough volume to not risk any assassinations from Warner Brothers lawyers.
Oh, yeah. No, we'll just call Bruce.
Yeah, we'll just call Bruce. Yeah. Yeah, well, let's get some help from the shark.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you can go first. I have it all set up for you.
Alrighty, then.
I'm going to turn the camera over whenever you are ready to pick a song.
Alrighty.
And then we could just game a little, hop back over, sit down and talk about what you think of like VR.
Yeah.
So you're going to be facing, towards the TV, how I got it.
Toward the telly.
All right, stream. I will be right back.
Okay.
All right, you're going to need the controllers, which I'll hand to you. I believe that goes. Nope. Yes. And yes. All right, now I'm going to face you over and take you a step forward. And then, if it's not adjusted correctly, look straight ahead. Hold. There you go. And then you'll use this bumper to pick a song. All right. I'm going to turn the camera over and we're going to watch H play. And
man, I hate Green Day. I'm not playing that.
You don't have to play Green Day, my guy.
Have to play Green Day. I just wanted to say I don't like them.
That is a bit much there, man.
I know.
I'm sorry I don't have top quality songs for you. Give me like $100 and maybe I can work something out. Make sure you don't go to the songs that says download. Oh, go back to party. Connection error. There you go. Yeah, any of those songs that don't have the download symbol, you can play.
I'll just play Beat Saber.
All right, guys. Wish them luck. Yeah, guys won't be able to hear the music due for copyright issues.
Smokes.
It's okay. Hey, let's try that again. I think it might be set on hard, so continue. Yeah, you have it on expert there, buddy.
I'll go ordinary.
Ordinary says extraordinary. There we go. This looks a bit easier. Sorry if it is a bit buggy. we are screen sharing this and then sharing this to the computer, so it is going to be a bit lag. But it shouldn't be too bad. There we go. There we go. Ready? Here's the beat drop. Thank you guys for stopping on by. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe because it's greatly appreciated. There we go. Hopefully this stops the lag. So let me grab my phone and take a look.
Wow.
Oh no, you ran out of
mojo.
Yeah, there's a little health bar at the bottom, so you can always see whenever you play.
Oh, okay.
Try Breezer.
Breezer. Okay.
You can always that little health bar right in front of you. There's like a little X. Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, yo. Do you be playing the drums, bro? Hey. HD Synergy bringing the energy because we are so hype. Can't take this back now. We gonna fight. Spit some bars. Yeah, it's a bit laggy, so I'm sorry, guys. All right. Oh. So H, what movies do you typically buy from BlockBuster?
I can't hear you over this speed.
Do you want me to turn it down next time?
Maybe.
But when it's my turn, I'll turn it down. Anyways, guys, I don't really watch movies from BlockBuster. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Maybe The Lord of the Rings because of my mom, but...
Love me some Lord of the Rings.
Okay, man, you can't hear me then.
You're speaking clearer than you were before.
The beat drop? Yeah, we're going to get a workout in today while doing this live stream.
Pretty much.
Oh, did you complete it?
Thank you very much.
Yeah!
The force is with me.
What was your score? Just put down H. It's just going to be me and you. Okay, BH. A rank B. Okay. Let's see if I can. That might. I'll try it in a different setting.
All right, let's see if that's toppable.
That's very toppable.
That's very toppable.
I play expert mode.
I noticed.
Yeah, I was like, I play expert mode.
Yeah, I'm going down.
Okay. Woo! Can't see that. All right. I was asking what movies do you typically get from Blockbusters?
From a Blockbuster, I did like my fair share of. I did like my fair share of Disney Renaissance movies, stuff like Little Mermaid and Lion King and Aladdin and Mulan. Good stuff.
Was that on Blockbusters?
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember.
I'm just gonna go faster. Faster something. Ooh, super fast. Same thing. Normal mode. Let's do this. Let's see how well with the sword I am.
Whoa.
Okay, maybe not super fast.
Whoa.
That was gruesome. I had like the first 3 blocks and then it was not going.
That was catastrophic.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also locking in these sleeves. Doing that with all the buffs, maybe not what I should get. All right. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Keep talking to me, AJ. I can't lose focus.
Goodness. Can you stand the rain?
Come on. I just lost a lot of health there. No! Oh, I was doing it. So the Disney marathons that you was doing.
Yeah.
You said Aladdin?
Yeah, Aladdin, The Lion King, Mulan, Little Mermaid. I don't think I saw Hunchback of Notre Dame yet. But
Really?
yeah, that was because Hunchback of Notre Dame isn't really a kid's movie.
Yeah, you're right. What should I do? Crab Rave or?
That's why it's one of my favorites out of the Disney Renaissance. Oh, Crab Rave? Oh man, this is a flawless song.
All right. This time I'll do 360. It's on hard. 4 mistakes completes all your energy. Oh, that makes that really hard. Okay. Well, we will do it how it is, man.
Man, the memes I saw from this one were all over the place.
Your family's gonna come down here. We're gonna look.
Yeah, this is going to look very suspicious. Yeah, this is going to look like some kind of ritual to contact
wrong color. I'm messing up. I can come back after this.
This isn't undoable.
You ready? Be drunk.
You look like a crab.
Shut up. Hey, I'm feeling it though. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you're in the groove.
Oh, that's the wrong color.
There was a level like this in Spider-Man 2.
I keep doing wrong colors. I also feel like I'm gonna hit your ceiling.
You're fine.
Yeah, you say that, and then my hands go into the ceiling, and I'm like, ouch.
You're fine.
No. Beat. Drop. Keep talking to me, H. What's our next topic?
The next topic is, oh yeah, the state of play from PlayStation. The one game state of play. One game I didn't expect to be excited for, but now I am a little excited for. And there are a few reasons for that.
What's those reasons?
Well, the first reason is the combat. The combat in the... okay, so before I leave this unexplained, the game that they featured in this state of play was Ghost of Yotei. It is the sequel to 2020's Ghost of Tsushima. And like that game, will take place in feudal Japan. Only this will happen 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima. So this is during a time when Japan had completely closed off its borders from the entire world. Nobody was allowed in or out. So that's probably going to drop some drama with the plot, I reckon. It was a part of the reason why I liked Blue Eye Samurai so much. But besides that, the combat, they really decided to dial it up. You got a lot more variety in weapons rather than the katana and the bow and arrow being your only options. Now you got a kusarigama, which is a hook that they attach to an end of a chain. They have a two-handed longsword, so that's pretty awesome. They got a naginata and a gun. You can use a
That's a samurai, yeah.
That's almost blasphemous, but it's a little awesome. So Ghost of Tsushima, when it came out, had this very unique Kurosawa mode where you could play the whole game through black and white. I didn't use Kurosawa mode because the game had such lovely colors. I wasn't going to deprive myself of its gorgeous graphics. And these two new modes. One where they can amp up the amount of blood that comes out of each enemy after you hit them after a cut. So that's pretty hardcore. And the other mode is lo-fi music will play anytime you just traverse the open world. So are you familiar with music, lo-fi?
Lo-fi?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar. Can you give me a song name?
Yeah, lo-fi, it's a genre where it's a little bit techno, like Daft Punk, only it's way more relaxed.
Okay, so on YouTube, when they're like, oh, studying music, lo-fi.
Yes, that's the genre. L-O, capital F, lowercase I. And the L's capital too. Capital L, lowercase o, capital F, lowercase I, lo-fi. So this genre was pioneered by a man named Nujabes. He was an artist out of Japan who sadly perished in a vehicle accident in the 2010s.
Oh,
but one of his greatest legacies was the soundtrack he composed entirely for an anime called Samurai Champloo. If that sounds familiar.
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
It doesn't sound familiar.
No.
You don't know about Samurai Champloo?
No.
Well, this is probably one of the most mainstream out of any anime in the West. Like, it's got a pretty big reputation. It's kind of like Cowboy Bebop if Cowboy Bebop were to take place in Japan and have a lo-fi hip-hop soundtrack instead of a varied soundtrack.
Cowboy Bebop has great soundtracks.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop's got a phenomenal soundtrack. And like Cowboy Bebop, every episode is pretty independent of itself, even though it's got an overarching plot. And like Cowboy Bebop, it has 26 episodes. And like Cowboy Bebop, the main character is voiced by Steve Bloom. Yeah, he is the voice of Spike Spiegel and of Mugen. So that's pretty much where it stands in all of this. But they featured a lo-fi mode with the director of both animes, Shinichiro Watanabe. Yeah, so it was the same guy directing both Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. So that's pretty substantial. And the fact that they added this mode to this new game speaks a lot to the sort of legacy that Nujabes left behind.
Okay.
Yeah. Watanabe himself had a new anime come out recently that I've had on my list of things to watch, but I've yet to do so. Lazarus. That debuted on Toonami. It's called Lazarus. Yeah, it's about where this guy gets the entire world addicted to the supply of drugs. Then he reveals, hey, I just poisoned you all. You're all going to die. Good luck trying to cure yourselves.
What?
Yeah.
If I wasn't playing
That's pretty much the premise of it in a nutshell, although I'm really oversimplifying this.
Oversimplifying it?
Yeah.
Drugging the whole world is not as simplifying. You just raised a lot more questions, probably to anyone who's going to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to see what it's all about. But despite the fact that Shinichiro Watanabe has directed this brand new anime, it hasn't reached the sort of popularity that Cowboy Bebop had during its go or Samurai Champloo during its. And that's largely because of leveling hero.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. Speaking of solo leveling hero, that's about to get a live action movie.
I saw that. It's your turn, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. My turn.
You played the song that I just did. Just put it on easy. I think you would like it.
Let's play Seven Nation Army.
Oh, so you already knew it.
I can hear just fine.
I didn't know. I turned down the volume, okay? Oh. The safety precautions are coming off.
All right.
You can put them on if you feel like. At your own risk. I do warn you. You break it. You buy me a new one.
You got it.
All right. Stand where I was. I have it facing towards the camera.
Okay.
You might have to take a few steps back. Let me check the stream. Nope, you are good.
All right. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. This isn't Justice League. Bum, 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 bum.
Hey,
this is played at some sporting events. Yeah, it really is popular.
Do you like hearing that song when we was at any sporting events in high school?
It got old fast.
Yeah. I mean, all the good stuff gets old fast because it gets used a lot. All right, Age, I see you. Go, man, go. I sadly don't have too much anime topics to talk about this time.
That's okay. We can just talk about any sort of developing passions that you're in the middle of. Kind of like how I'm in the middle of this firestorm. That's the name of a superhero, by the way. Have you ever heard of Firestorm?
No.
He's a guy whose head is on fire, and he's two guys at once. Very complicated, very interesting. He showed up on The Flash.
The Netflix Flash, right?
The CW Flash that also shows up on Netflix. There was also a movie for The Flash, but I hate it with a passion.
Why do you hate it with a passion?
2 words, Ezra Miller.
Good.
More on him later.
Yeah, I was like, how about
Believe me, I've got an axe to grind.
Like, how about you dumb it down for me?
Okay, so Ezra Miller is a guy, he's a guy who tries to not be a guy, but here's the thing. He acts like a complete jerk to just about everybody. And let's see. Ezra Miller had a lot of run-ins with the law and constantly mocked people trying to arrest him. And anytime people asking for autographs would get punched in the face by him. I don't like Ezra Miller, but he behaves like this, and Warner Brothers keeps him on the movie despite that. In fact, they keep him on the Fantastic Beast movie too. So he's just immune from any consequences to his actions, and I hate that. Show Henry Cavill, the sweetest man in Hollywood, the door just because they want to start over. Then after The Flash released, we can't imagine anybody else in the role. We had someone else. His name was Grant Gustin.
I mean, next year, I'll say that much.
Yeah, I don't like Ezra Miller.
That's fair.
The part is this on Infinite Earths when it probably wasn't in his contract to do so. I don't know what happened, but I don't like it. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like we got something to do a deep dive for.
Yeah, it's the preferential part that he gets, despite his obvious wrongdoings, that really bugs me. Yeah.
All right, Shane, I'm going to stop sharing our screen. In fact, that is bugging out a lot. So we're going to just show what's happening. What did you get?
I can't see it.
It doesn't say what rank you're at?
No.
Did they all go dark?
Okay. So, good cuts, 436 out of 484, max combo 97, score 223, 399, rank B.
All right. You're
That
getting
could
up
have gone
there.
worse.
Yeah, I was like, you're already getting
That
up
could have
there.
gone worse.
Just go ahead and set it down because I don't know what's going on with the stream. I'm trying to load it in and YouTube is acting up for me.
Oh no.
How about you? Any luck on your end?
Let me see. Yeah, we're still live.
Okay, we're still live. That's fine.
Yeah, we're still live.
Sorry, stream.
Just keeping our bearings in order. No
Yeah.
worries.
When it goes down, it's my job to fix it. So I just was trying to figure out what's going on. Any other hot topics or any passions?
Well, I recently picked up a digital copy of Red Dead Revolver for a pretty reasonable price.
Yeah, I heard that's supposed to be what? Similar to Red Dead Redemption, right?
Yeah, it's the prototype to Red Dead Redemption. It isn't an open world like Red Dead Redemption, but it follows the same sort of Wild West genre that Red Dead has. But Revolver, you see, came out about 21 years ago, and I think it's a pretty good power fantasy for any cowboy fans. Speaking of cowboys, I recently discovered this group of people on the internet. I call them counter weeaboos. See, there are people in Japan that have a gigantic fixation on the Wild West. So they wear these cowboy hats and their spurred boots, and they twirl around revolvers like cowboys do. Kind of like how some people in the West are cross-counter weeaboos who have an obsession with wearing gi and top knots and wielding katana blades.
Like me.
Yeah,
Okay. I was joking.
I know there are some people out there who are going to throw around the word cultural appropriation, but there's a fine line between appropriating something and appreciating something. Personally, I find this group of people flattering.
Yeah. I feel like it shouldn't really matter due to the fact that you're just enjoying the culture.
If you're having a fun time, then there's no problem.
Yeah. And I mean, the only issue I really have is if you use it out of context or use it to insult that culture itself.
Yeah, if it's not being slanderous, then there's no problem. Yeah, that's the important part, because I don't stand for slander, but
No, I don't either.
yeah.
That's the whole point of the Crazy Reptile Challenge channel,
Channel.
because it's meant to keep the world warm, and I mean like warm, like emotionally.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're in the middle of summer blockbuster season, and Superman's already made over $100 million at the box office.
Really?
Yeah. But what made an even larger profit in the couple of weeks before Superman was Jurassic World Rebirth. I have zero interest in seeing this
What?
movie.
Zero interest?
Zero interest.
It looks so interesting, especially the new monster, the new villain, I should say.
Yeah. Jurassic Park as a franchise has not seemed to, I don't know, it's very afraid of being independent from the very first movie.
Who's JVX2X?
Oh, that's me.
Why do you have two names?
I don't understand. I just saw letters and started typing.
It has your name saved up top of the keyboard.
I'm on top of the keyboard.
Yeah, VHH.
Well, that wasn't on purpose, honest.
All right. Well, let's hop back to the actual stream. Enough gaming and goofing around. We could have more of that off stream. But
Yeah.
let's
I'm
see.
happy that because of these new movies coming out, Jurassic World Rebirth, Superman, and in a couple of weeks, Fantastic Four, people are going to stop saying How to Train Your Dragons remake.
What do you think? You think that's going to be a good movie?
How to
Well, I
Train
think it
Fantastic
is.
Four?
No, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, so the remake already came out. I have even less interest in watching this than I do with Jurassic World.
Toothless looks good.
Yeah, Toothless looks good, but the rest of the movie can't really justify its own existence. the original How to Train Your Dragon is only 15 years old.
That is true.
It's aged impeccably well with the passing of the times, and the franchise has already had a lot of developing upon. It's had 3 different cartoon series and 2 movie sequels.
And adaptation.
Yeah,
Because it was the Seven Worlds on Hulu, I think.
yeah.
It's like a spin-off.
Yeah, that's the one. But yeah, I just can't see how anybody can justify the existence of this new movie beyond a desire for profit.
That's true. And it is coming time with the ages. I just hope we don't continue down this path because then all our precious movies,
Our integrity, our ingenuity, our originality, we don't want that to be lost to the times.
A friend did recommend F1.
F1,
yeah,
Formula One starring Brad Pitt. He's been in more than a few sports movies. He was in Moneyball back in 2012. I used to love that movie, but I don't anymore.
Why not?
It is aged horribly.
It
is aged horribly. All of the context, all of the history presented in this movie, it has all aged horribly.
Okay.
Moneyball itself, as a practice, its existence can no longer justify itself because the entire premise of the movie was to showcase a man named Billy Bean's ability to create a good baseball team without good players. It's become archaic. It's to the point that Moneyball doesn't have to be played because every baseball team in Major League Baseball, they share their revenue. They can get as many good players as they want.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
Yeah, not to mention the team featured in this movie, the Oakland Athletics, no longer exist.
They should have done the Cardinals, right? Right, man? Yeah, the Cardinals.
I wouldn't wish this fate upon any team, even them.
I mean, like, they should have used the Cardinals for the movie.
For the movie Moneyball.
Yes.
That wouldn't have worked. They don't have the history that could have justified this sort of experience.
Well, it's not like the Cubs are better.
They broke a 108-year championship curse. I think that's Hollywood worthy. But it doesn't make a difference to me anymore.
Cubs.
Yeah, there was a point in my life when that would offend me, but not anymore.
What?
Not anymore.
What happened? I was only gone for what? 4 years?
Yeah, I fell out of love with baseball. I just, the direction that it as a sport professionally is going down is not something I can support.
Okay.
Yeah, it's become to the point where success is secondary to profit. A lot of endorsements you see for gambling, they pump that out with regularity. They want people watching to place bets on these games.
Mm-hmm.
All the while, they punish players who would bet themselves. A man named Pete Rose was banned for life for betting on games that he played in and games that he managed when he was working as a manager. Banned for life. And here's the thing. He has more hits than any baseball player ever. And he's not in the Hall of Fame because of that.
That's stupid. That's
so
stupid.
So you'll hold your one of your greatest ever that accountable, yet you will encourage your fan base to do the exact same. Either gambling is okay or it's not.
I mean, like, that's so stupid. I mean, gambling should have, honestly, a money cap limit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no more than maybe $5,000. Because if they're spending that much and more, you clearly have a problem.
Yeah.
At that point, you have a gambling addiction.
On the subject of caps, the owners in Major League Baseball want to push for a salary cap, which would limit the amount of money they can spend on their team per season. And this does not bode well at all.
No.
The players themselves are not going to be pleased about this, especially with a lot of the salaries that have been going around lately. A man named Shohei Ohtani, he plays for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Last year, he signed a deal worth $700 million, the most lucrative in the history of pro sports. Last winter, a man named Juan Soto for the New York Mets, $765 million.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So when players are getting salaries like that, do you really think they're just going to let them stop what they can get? No. No. The trajectory this is going towards is a lockout, a work stoppage, meaning nobody would be able to do anything. And the only people that suffer from that are fans. And a lockout, that's becoming an inevitability with the state of the game at this point.
State of the country, not
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, that's just the ugliest side of capitalism, I guess. The people in power will seek more of it.
I mean, like, when are we going to realize as a whole that there's no point of having power if there's not going to be anything to rule over?
Yeah, there's no point in having power when it's not being tempered in any way, shape, or form. And Major League Baseball have lost their temperance. They have stopped caring about anything other than their own wallets. And when that's the mindset going forward, how is anybody supposed to be a fan of that?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Every sport's going to follow it. Next, it'll be volleyball, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's kind of why I've shied away from Major League Baseball. I've been more interested in football and basketball and hockey just because...
National Panthers.
Yeah, just for the sake of some... I don't know, integrity left. But the straw that
broke has any good integrity.
Yeah,
but they pay their people pretty well due to the risk.
Well, 3 of these leagues have a salary cap, but they were that was before they ever had the chance for salaries like you see in Major League Baseball.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, all of their salary caps went in about the 90s, but with the other 3 pro sports, I see a lot more integrity than I do with baseball. From every single owner for every single team and all of these other 3 sports, I can at least see some desire for success. With Major League Baseball, I see an absence in about half of their teams, especially in the topic of Moneyball, the Oakland Athletics, formerly Oakland Athletics. They were the Oakland Athletics for 57 years till the guy running the team decided he wasn't rich enough. But he is. His parents founded Gap. He's plenty rich enough, but he's going to move this team just so he can turn an extra few bucks. And get this, he's moving them to Las Vegas. They are the 44th largest market size in all of America, not even top 10. They would be depending entirely on tourism to turn profits. The site that they want their new stadium on, 9 acres of land. 9 acres of land.
That is not.
And it's going to be in the middle of the Vegas Strip. How are you going to get through all the traffic to see a game there?
I was like, you're not even going to be able to play a game. It's 9 acres.
Yeah, 9 acres of land. That's... The fact that they thought that this was a better solution rather than getting a new field in Oakland, it's astonishing to me.
I feel like they should have chose a whole different area. No, Phoenix, Arizona already got to baseball.
Yeah, they got the Diamondbacks, and even then they've been a bit polarizing.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Me and you one of these days, we're gonna go watch the Panthers at their own home game.
Yeah, a North Carolina home game to watch the Panthers. You see, Charlotte, North Carolina, the entire state of North Carolina, they have a rabid sports fan base. They got 3 teams out there. They got the Panthers, whom you really, really like.
For some odd reason.
You have the Carolina Hurricanes, their hockey team, which I really, really like. And you have their basketball team, the Charlotte Hornets, which I'm sad that people do like because they can't succeed they can't succeed to save their lives.
Hey, if they play like if video game players like taught them strategies.
Yeah, if you applied video game logic to the real world,
yeah, then they would have a good shot.
Yeah, then you'd have a good shot. All you have to do is not be real. And for a time being, the Charlotte Hornets weren't real. Yeah, you see, they went through something identical to the Athletics, only So they were founded in about the early 1990s. About 10 years later, the owner decides, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. I want money. I'm moving the team to New Orleans. So then they became the New Orleans Hornets. So the Charlotte Hornets became the New Orleans Hornets. So then Charlotte gets a new team called the Bobcats, and they suck. They sucked horribly. Back in 2012, they won exactly 7 games.
I mean, that's
7
good.
games
That's good. 7 games
out of 66.
That's enough.
That's horrible. It's the worst ever of all time. And the funniest thing is, they're owned by Michael Jordan. Somebody who
plays basketball.
Somebody who played basketball and did nothing but win. He was the owner of the worst team ever, and that's something I'm not going to let him.
Coaching the team? Or
No,
is he just invested?
No, he owns it. It belongs to him. He controls everything that they do. The people they hire, the people they put on the court.
So
he was in charge of all of it.
Why didn't he pay off the guy, the coach, that made his team so great?
That's because he was working for the New York Knicks at the time, but that's besides the point. So the New Orleans Hornets, they get sold to this new guy who wants to rebrand them to the New Orleans Pelicans. So that happens, and then Michael decides to throw in the towel and rebrand the Bobcats to the Hornets. So that's just
I'm so sorry. There's 2 Hornets in North Carolina.
So the original Hornets went to New Orleans,
Uh-huh.
the New Orleans Hornets. Then they stopped being the Hornets; they became the Pelicans.
Okay.
But the Bobcats, they were in Charlotte. Then they became the Hornets.
Okay.
It's confusing, it's complicated, but it happened. It all happened.
So there's 2 NBA basketball teams
That used to go by the Hornets, but one of them is in New Orleans now.
Okay. So
Yeah. Although for a brief while they were in Oklahoma City because of Hurricane Katrina.
that one wrecked the whole state. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, Hurricane Katrina is always the one people talk about, despite all of the hurricanes that we've had throughout the entire century.
Yeah,
it's always Katrina that they mentioned, and for good reason. That ruined a lot of lives. But that reminded me of our sophomore year. We lived through a point in our lives where there were 5 hurricanes in a row, if you can remember.
Yes, I don't remember their names, but it was
one of them was named Jose, but they were all hurricanes that came one after the other, and somehow none of them get talked about like Hurricane Katrina.
Okay, so there was 2 that came from North California, and then 3 that hit Florida, right?
I think so.
Okay. That was the most ridiculous thing ever, because it could have been much worse if the hurricanes met in the middle, say around Texas.
Yeah.
And then that would have been just absolute game changer.
Yeah. The worst financially most devastating hurricane in history was this one that didn't even have a name. It went around Galveston in 1900 even. But even that one doesn't get talked about like Katrina does. And I find it a little ironic that some sports franchises are named after natural disasters. Like you have the Carolina Hurricanes. They play hockey. They once had to delay one of their games this year because of a hurricane. You also have college football with the Miami Hurricanes. Funny enough, both the Miami Hurricanes and the Carolina Hurricanes had dudes that play on their team named Cam Ward. It's a terrific coincidence. It's a terrific coincidence. But yeah, the football Cam Ward, he recently got drafted 1st overall in the NFL. That's a pretty big deal. It's always a big deal when an athlete gets drafted like that, even if their career doesn't pan out whatsoever. You can brag forever.
Forever.
I was drafted 1st overall. They picked so many other guys after me. They didn't go before me. I went before all of them. That's
Stand
bragging
back,
rights.
celebrity coming through.
Mhm.
What's your celebrity? I was picked first.
Yeah, what are you famous for? Oh, I was first on a list of guys.
That could sound oh so wrong.
Yeah,
this
that can-
generation.
Yeah, that can. Yeah, that's a little suggestive, but.
All right, I think we're hitting what, nearly 2 hours now?
Nearly 2 hours. We've been having a good one.
We have been having a good one, but we should wrap it up to make sure that we got everything else taken care of.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta keep it all evened out.
Well, H, you got anything to say?
Just to thank you for watching.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. Please go check out the dude's channel and then come and hit my channel, Crazy Reptile.
Yeah, I'll have some uploads later on today on my channel, and with any fortune, I'll have
A live stream.
a live stream. I'll have a live stream later on with any fortune.
What live stream?
You'll see.
No, I am a part of HD Synergy. I want to know a live stream.
I haven't decided yet,
Biscuits. All right.
but just know that that's happening. All right.
All right. But come and join me. I will be live here in a bit playing some Minecraft. And then hopefully some Peak and Repo. Because I like Repo. I like Peak. They're both pretty fun. Hopefully I can get some guys to play with me. Anyways, guys, this is H.
This is
I'm
D.
And this is HD Synergy signing off.
Fabulous.
As always.